New cell phone, a necklace you just bought, and Ebola. You might have forgotten the name of that deadly disease, but there could be a connection between the three. I'll explain in a sec. This is the Democratic Republic of Congo in the heart of Africa. That's where you find a lot of the pricey resources that the high-tech and jewelry industries are after. But who's in control of all that?
The illegal extraction of minerals, timber, charcoal and wildlife has fueled violence in a number of regions. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, it has generated almost $1 billion in revenue for rebels and criminal groups.
The country's politics has been a violent mess for over 20 years. Nowadays, a new Ebola outbreak is making things worse for locals. In only a few months, it took the lives of almost 200 people. The health ministry says they've never had to deal with outbreaks of that scale. And with armed thugs running the show in parts of the Republic, doctors are losing confidence in their own efforts.
I do think this is one of the challenges. We'll have to see whether we're able to contain, control and end the current outbreak within the current security situation.
After all, even the bravest doctors don't want to risk their lives when they're under a constant threat of being taken out. At times, it's just physically impossible to reach the affected areas unharmed. But as we've heard from the UN top man, business means money does find its way into the fighters' hands. Well, back in 2010 in America, this law came into being, and businesses were obliged to tell us if their products contained so-called conflict minerals from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Reputation risks aren't a joke.
It comes out in a number of reports that are highlighted with the press on the companies that are doing little or no activity at all. There are some companies that used to report that are no longer reporting. And so there's also reputational risk for them to be seen as laggards and not doing enough to ensure that they are not fueling any of the conflict in the DRC.
If we put bureaucracy nuts and bolts aside, in April last year, the legislation was basically suspended. While some companies have kept playing by the old rules, others could have found a handy loophole for themselves.
Regardless, the big name brands and the manufacturers and the companies that I would buy a cell phone or a computer or a car from do have influence. They're some of the richest companies in the world, and they have the ability to work with their suppliers and work through their supply chain and have that assurance that they're not causing any death or destruction or violence against people, or the planet.